Miss Leslie's Dolls is a 1973 rarity, unearthed from a movie vault that thankfully for fans of Grindhouse and 70s sleaze and unease, someone found the key to. Deliciously derelict of political correctness today, unlikely that cinema goers back upon its release were offered a free bar of soap with their admission ticket to wash away the weirdness that emanates from the very pores of this oddly imbued outing. Replete with a pre-credit crackly old BBFC X-rated on-screen declaration and a joyously straight into the gaudy environmental setting of the movie itself. Miss Leslie's Dolls thrusts upon its audience a stormy, rain-drenched night, a graveyard scene with a hooded raincoat, a tired figure hovering over an open coffin, within which a young woman lies. The body is carried away by this able-bodied mysterious figure, back to an eerily lit old farmhouse. Moments later, a car breaks down near the very same spot, and a young 20s aged guy and two similar aged young girls, along with an older, attractive woman, huddle together and hurry to get out of the rain toward the very same old farmhouse. They enter the property seeking shelter and are soon surprised by its resident owner, a bizarre mature woman with a manly stature, stood in the middle of the room holding firmly a black cat. A very deliberate and strangely effective introduction to Miss Leslie Lamont, a spinster stroking her pussy in front of a log fire, surprised by the arrival of 3 school students from Boston, together with their teacher, Miss Frost. All are now holed up together in a creaky old house with the phone out of order to wait out the storm, which reinvigorates a forthcoming Miss Leslie, declaring that she is rejuvenated by the powerful forces. She is also drawn to one of the young girls, who she states has an uncanny resemblance to someone she knew some 20 years earlier, and just so happens to have the same name. Freaky, but freakiest follows suit. Writer-director Joseph G. Prito was clearly wired for weirdness and quite likely clucked loudest in the cuckoo's nest of low-budget filmmakers when he flew out of the film-making tree with this one. This has the full-on freak factor missing from psycho thriller chiller movies of recent decades. Knee-high waders are the way to jump in with this murky mire of madness to appreciate, like a vintage wine that once uncorked is clearly tainted, but you still dare to sample as its allure is just too tantalising not to partake of. Gargle in the goodness of Miss Leslie's Dolls, and whether you spit or swallow, you'll remember its blasphemous bouquet of fervour forevermore. Miss Leslie's madness as a professed student of the occult is brought to be with all too convincing self-awareness in the performance by Salvador Ugarte, who is as spaced out here as Norman Bates and just as unnaturally attached by his mother complex. When student Roy discovers a side room within which is a shrine-like stage adorned with eerily lifelike female mannequins, we soon then get to see what Miss Leslie's affinity with her dolls truly is. This is her temple, her altar of creative longings that she adores for their beauty, not made of wax, but a secret creation dreamt up while she was spending time in a sanatorium after a terrible home fire which brought about the death of the 20-year-old girl she's still so enamoured by. Yes, indeed, Miss Leslie is one fruitcake several slices short of a full picnic. Mother issues, bare breasts, a 70s sleaze ickier than a mysteriously sodden sock. Miss Leslie's Dolls is gaudily good, mesmerising in its tacky design, refreshed here to Blu-ray from the good folk here in the UK at Network On Air. If you like your 70s sleaze sautéed with a sexual jus and laced with seductive lesbian lust, triggered by the maniacal might of Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho, but itself clearly influencing Joe Spinelli's kinetic turn in William Lustig's later 1980 made Maniac, then let Miss Leslie's Dolls invite themselves into your life. This is a nicely remastered rendering of the original film with reinstated shocking scenes, likely edited out at the time by offended censors back in its day, yet retaining grain and crackle that adds to its clammy charm to appeal to its intended followers, who will undoubtedly want to pick this release up before it then truly does disappear forever. Once Miss Leslie gets into the deep end of her character and delivers a more manly stance in her House of Dolls, the death-delivering sight of her handling a big chopper and swinging like the wooden-handled axe that she bears down with shows just what a bloody swinger she actually is. She wants to possess the young girl Martha's body and lets loose in the dreamlike, nightmare-induced final act, like old Mother Hubbard coming out of the cupboard with a bloodied bone to pick as she prepares her guests, dead and breakfast. To fully appreciate this 6 out of 10 near taboo trinket, take a cold shower both before and after viewing, as you'll discover there is still time for a little frosting on the fruitcake once the shocking truth of it all is unveiled. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.